Hello to you, my fine dear audience friends. Welcome to a new Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. I'm excited to show you this one because I did update it. Uh, there we go. Oh, where's my boy? Okay, first of all, we are going to do 3 copies of the Blue Eyes White Dragon. 3 copies of this card. Always in Actually, it's never an option. Always have 3 copies of Blue Eyes in this. If you don't, it's not a true Blue Eyes deck. You must always have 3 copies. And then you're gonna have. The last time I did this, I had 3 copies of Kaiba Man. Now just 2 of, because it's fine. I made some room for other cards. And then we're gonna do a single copy of Maiden of White. Maiden of White is still fine as a one of. You don't need a shit ton of copies of her. And then you are going to do 3 copies of Sage with Eyes of Blue because he's basically the Stratos for the light tuners of the deck. Give me a second. No, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Oh, you know what? No, it's not that one. Shit, where is it? I found it. I was looking for my deck profile. And now we are going to do 2 copies of White Stone of Ancients, which is pretty good to link away at the end of the turn. You could get your Blue Eyes White Dragon. And you could banish the card to get out a Blue Eyes card. So that's pretty neat. Now we are going to do 1 copy of Master. That one is fine as a one of because it's basically a monster reborn. And then we are gonna do 1 copy of Priestess, which that helps out search out our ritual monsters. And then we are gonna do 3 copies of Neo Kaiser Seals. The reason why I have 3 copies, one of Foolish Burial and another is like a little hard to search out, so that's why I have it as a 3. But when you get in your hands, it's pretty good. Now we are going to do a single copy of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon, 2 pop cards and XZ summon. Then we are going to do 2 copies of Abyss Dragon. Abyss Dragon is pretty good as a 2 of, so I can let my Blue Eyes monsters gain 1,000 attack in the grid. One of these cards in the graveyard, which is perfect. Then we are gonna do 2 copies of Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, which helps gets rid of problem cards. And now that's it for uh the not the monsters just yet. Oh wait. I was forgetting something. How could I be a fool? We're gonna do a single copy of Blue Eyes Chaos Dragon and 2 copies of Chaos Max Dragon, which that card is single-handedly my most favorite card in this entire deck. I mean, look at it. It's a kaiju. And now we are going to do 1 copy of Ash Blossom and 1 copy of Ghost Bella. I don't really play for meta because I don't want to. I don't like playing meta. For one thing, it pisses off my friends. And we're gonna do a single copy Oh yeah, we're moving on to the spells. We're going to be moving to a single copy of Foolish Barrel. A single copy of this is fine because it's been limited. You could use this to send away Jet, Kyberman, Abyss Dragon. So yeah, pretty cool. Then we're going to add in Rhoda. And the reason why I'm adding Rhoda is for one thing and one thing only. Kyberman, the legend. And then we're gonna do one copy of Lightning Storm. It's good for getting rid of the back row. And now we are gonna do one copy of First Stream of Destruction. One copy of that is perfectly fine. It helps get rid of the monsters, plus we can search it out when Mausoleum gets destroyed. Then we are gonna do one copy of Bingo Machine Go. This card is pretty good because you could pick 3 of your copies of Wishes, and one copy of this is fine. You don't need 3 or 2. Okay, you're fine. Next off, we're gonna do 3 copies for Wishes of Eyes of Blue. And fun fact about this card, if you don't know, that's Azariah's Silver Dragon in the artwork right there. That's not a Blue Eyes, that's Azariah's, which I did not know at the time, but that's still pretty cool. And then after Wishes, we're going to do 3 copies of War of the Blue-Eyed Dragon. I like this artwork. It looks pretty cool. The Blue Eyes White Dragon in the moonlight. And we are going to do 1 copy of Mausoleum White. And we are going to do, yeah, one of this is all you need. You don't need 2. Plus it's super easy to search out. Then we're going to do 2 copies of Chaos Form. 2 copies of this is to get to our ritual monsters, plus we have a trap card to help out with the 3rd ritual summon, so don't need 3. Then I'm going to do 2 copies of Ultimate Fusion. I decided to do 2 copies of Ultimate Fusion instead of 1, just to recycle the resources. That's all that's there for. Then we're going to do it. Now that's it for the spells, guys. Now it's time for the traps. First of all, we're going to play a single copy of Infinite Impermanence. A single copy of this is perfectly fine. You don't need 3, you don't need 4. 1 copy is fine. 2 mini hand traps in your goddamn hand, and it breaks you and you won't be able to play. That's why I don't have as much hand traps as everyone else. Because I know the risk. I know the risk. And we're going to do a single copy of Destined Rivals to negate all of the face-up monsters. And then we're going to do a single copy of Majesty. And we are going to do a single copy of True Light. That's it for the main deck. Time for the extra deck. The reason why I have one of the Majesty is so that I can pop cards and ritual summon if I need to. Now that's it for the main deck, guys. Now time for the extra deck. Now we're going to do 2 copies of Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon, which is pretty good because it cannot be targeted or be affected at all by trap cards, so pretty good. Then we are going to do a single copy of Twin Burst. The reason why is because I'm going to be adding a nice little 2 cards in here that I need to be put away. And we're going to be adding the classic Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I wish with this one that I know they did technically remake it into this one, but the negate effect of this card is only in the graveyard, which is fucking stupid. So I wish there was a better version of the Neo. And speaking of Neo, we are going to be doing 2 copies of that card to help target protection. That's about it. Then we are going to do a single copy of the ultimate uh, Magician and Dragon hybrid, the Dragon Master Magia. I do love the artwork of this card. I do like it a lot. I'm so happy it doesn't see as much plays nowadays because before it used to be played a shit ton, and I hated it. And then we are gonna do 2 copies of Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon to help to get to Ultimate. And now we're gonna do 2 copies of Ultimate Spirit Dragon as a perfect negate. Now, before I get into the other two, oh, uh, go. I think that's how you spell it. No, that's not how you spell it. With an I. It's with an I. Motherfucker. There you go. Duh. Well, okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. This is gonna be easier. Okay, these light dragon. Okay, there you go. There it is. We're gonna do 2 copies of Indigo. And now Synchro there, yeah. We are gonna go. There's a card I forget. We're gonna do 1 copy of Azrai Silver Dragon, which is it's an alright card. And now we are gonna do the final card of the deck. Now, before I get to the final card of the deck, can you guys guess what it is? If you guess right, you get a like on your comment. If you're not, you don't get a like. All right, you guys, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Blue eye, or not blue eyes. Spirit with eyes of blue. This is the final card of the deck. And yeah. This is my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile. It is a pure Blue Eyes because I run nothing but pure decks. I don't like mixing it with stuff unless if I have no choice to, then I would mix it with stuff. But with Blue Eyes, you have more than enough, especially with the overframe cards that's coming out. Oh, I can't wait for the overframe cards. So, anyways, enough of my yapping. I hope you guys had a blast with this video, and hopefully this deck serves you well, as it has me many a times. This deck has came through for me, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's get 6 likes on this. If we get 6 likes, I'll do another one of these. Peace out.